And call the regular meeting of Township Council for the purposes of a public hearing to order. And of course, I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples, and in particular, acknowledge our relationships with the Katzie, Kwantlen, Matsqui, and Semiahmoo First Nations. Mr. Richardson, start with the preamble.
A public hearing is a statutory requirement under Section 464 of the Local Government Act and must be held before third reading of a community plan, land use contract amendment bylaw, heritage designation bylaw, or heritage revitalization agreement bylaw. During a public hearing, Council acts in a quasi-judicial role for the purpose of allowing persons who believe their interest in property is affected by a bylaw, permit, or other matter to make representations to Council either orally, by written submission, or to add comments to or elaborate upon correspondence that may have already been presented to Council concerning the bylaws. It is important to note that Council is not able to receive any additional information on the bylaws following the public hearing as dictated by case law. The hearing procedure involves an explanation from the Community Development Division on the purpose of the proposed bylaws and to hear from individuals regarding the bylaws. In order to ensure that all interested parties have a reasonable opportunity to be heard, speakers are requested to keep representations as brief and succinct as possible and no longer than 5 minutes in duration, excluding the time required for questions from Council. Speakers will be asked to state their name, neighborhood, and city for the record. And if referring to prepared remarks, to submit copies of these to the Township Clerk. Decorum must be always maintained. This includes refraining from applause, booing, or heckling. To assist with large numbers of speakers, individuals must advise the Township Clerk and sign the speakers list prior to the commencement of the public hearing. The names on the speakers list will be read out during the hearing. Individuals who have already addressed Council and wish to add further submissions will wait until the people that have not yet addressed Council have had an opportunity to speak. All submissions and speaker lists are considered part of the public record. Council members should not express their views nor debate the bylaws. However, they may question speakers to clarify particular points in their submissions. Council may consider third reading or third reading and final adoption at this meeting or at its next regular meeting. Thank you.
I get a motion to adopt the agenda. Moved by Councillor Bailey, seconded by Councillor Pratt. Seeing no discussion, call the question. The agenda. That carries unanimously. Mr. Richardson, item B1.
Thank you, Worship. The subject will be Community Plan and Central Gordon Estate Neighborhood Plan Amendment and rezoning applications pertaining to a proposed development consisting of 40 townhouses at 20354 71A Avenue and 7091 204 Street. The 1.93 acre site is designated residential in the Willoughby Community Plan and single family in the Central Gordon Estate Neighborhood Plan. This air photo depicts a site located on the west side of 204 Street, south of 71A Avenue. Proposed Willoughby Community Plan and Central Gordon Estate Neighborhood Plan Amendment Bylaw 6167 designates the site multifamily and townhouse to permit a townhouse development form at 21 units per acre on a site-specific basis. Rezoning Bylaw 6168 rezones the subject site from suburban residential SR2 to comprehensive development zone 214 to accommodate the proposal. This slide indicates the proposed site plan with ultimate vehicular access from 71 Avenue and 204 Street. Staff recommends support of Willoughby Community Plan and Central Gordon Estate Neighborhood Plan Amendment Bylaw 6167 and rezoning Bylaw 6168, subject to 12 conditions listed on page 10 of Council's agenda. Your Worship, a total of 89 notices were mailed out, no written submissions have been received, and there were no individuals noted on the speakers list.
All right, is there any submissions from the public on item B1? Are there any submissions from the public on item B1? Then for a third and final time, are there any submissions from the public on item B1? And close the public portion of the public hearing. Is the proponent present wish to make a submission? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing for item B1. Does anybody wish to move consideration of the third reading? Moved by Councillor Rint, seconded by Councillor Ferguson. Call the question on consideration of third. It carries unanimously. Does anybody wish to move the recommendation? Moved by Councillor Pratt, seconded by Councillor Rent. Is there any discussion on third reading of B1? Seeing none, call the question. That carries unanimously. Get a motion to terminate. Moved by Councillor Rent, seconded by Councillor Bailey. All those in favor, opposed, and that's carried. Thanks.